Some of the issues have been sorted out yesterday, and today we had two very important issues. The first issue related to the different rates of tax structure. And on the rates of tax structure, also depend on the question to be addressed, which is the source of funds on basis of which the compensation to the losing states will be funded. On this issue, we have virtually converged towards a consensus. But till such time a formal decision is taken, because the officers of the state and the center have to work out the implications of that consensus. As of today, I'll only say that we have converged towards a consensus. The formal announcement of that, after working out the technical details, will be made in the next meeting itself. Once that issue is decided, a decision on the rate structure then will become easier, because whether the compensation is to be funded out of the rate structure itself or out of some special cess or out of any other sources, once this question is answered, then the rate structure can be determined independently. A large part of the discussion in the morning session was concerned with this first question. We have also discussed for some reasonable period of time the rate structure, and then it was decided that in the next meeting we would finalize the rate structure depending on the formal announcement of the connected question which I have mentioned. In the evening, we started a discussion on the issue of dual control and division of authority with regard to assessments. The underlying principle which has been accepted is that one assessee would be assessed only by one authority. That's the advantage of the GST. So whom will the center assess and whom will the state assess, and how that bifurcation will take place depends on how the dual authority is managed. Some presentations have been made by officers of the central government, as also an alternative presentation by officers of the state governments. The West Bengal Finance Minister also presented a set of statistics, and those statistics have now to be updated as of today, because some of the statistics that we had become old. Some of the data till 31st December 2015 was presented, and therefore it was decided that we must have up-to-date data. The discussion of the two items is continuing. It is still inconclusive, and the next fourth meeting of the GST Council will be held on the 3rd and 4th of November at New Delhi, which these two carried over items will be discussed and hopefully a decision taken. Thereafter, the only question which will remain will be the draft legislations. Those draft legislations can be discussed only after all the issues are settled. And these two issues are the ones which are remaining a settlement. So, and hopefully a decision taken. Thereafter, the only question which will remain will be the draft legislations. Those draft legislations can be discussed only after all the issues are settled. And these two issues are the ones which are remaining a settlement. So once we are able to settle them on 3rd and 4th, if we hopefully are able to do that, then the next item on the agenda, which is the draft legislations, will be taken up in the 5th meeting, which is tentatively scheduled for 9th and 10th of November. That's all I have to say. Thank you. भाई आज इसमें पूछो यार.
So broadly, what was the view of the states in terms of the proposals that the Senate has made in terms of the rate structure, and also in terms of the cess that has been proposed so far to compensate them?
I have already given you a one-sentence indication on with regard to your second question that we have almost converged towards a consensus. And therefore, once we are able to formally take that decision, it will only be appropriate for me to comment on the rate structure thereafter.
So I was just asked, so would it be assessed that we used to fund the compensation, or there could be some other things?
About various options are there, but there is a larger convergence, and since the technical details and its feasibility is to be worked out, it's only thereafter that a formal decision will be taken. देखिए, ऐसा है कि टैक्स स्ट्रक्चर की फॉर्मल डिसीजन हम पहला जो प्रश्न है उसके बाद लेंगे. आप एक चीज समझ लीजिए कि स्लैब्स कम से कम हो, ये एक अच्छा तर्क है, लेकिन उस तर्क को बरकरार रखने के लिए या राजस्व हम खो बैठे या बहुत अधिक लगा दें टैक्स, दोनों उपयुक्त नहीं है. तो अभी जो ड्राफ्ट प्रपोजल दिया है ये फाइनल नहीं है, हो स्वाभाविक है कि इसमें बहुत बदलाव आएगा, लेकिन उसमें प्रयास ये है कि जो मौजूदा टैक्सेशन स्थिति है, जितनी लायबिलिटी टैक्स पेयर पे है, उसको उसके नजदीक ब्रैकेट के अंदर फिट किया जाए. उदाहरण, जो जीरो रेटेड आइटम्स हैं वो जीरो रहे, जो 3 और 6% के बीच में हैं वो 6% वाले स्लैब में फिट हो जाए, जो 3 और 9% तक के हैं. उससे ऊपर वाला जो टैक्सेशन के आइटम्स है वो 12% में फिट हो जाए. अब जो व्यक्ति आज 11 या 13% टैक्स देता है, जिसको 12 में डाल रहे हैं, जिस कमोडिटी पे, उसको 18 कर दिया जाए केवल यूनिफॉर्मिटी के लिए, तो वो बर्डन बढ़ जाएगा. तो इसलिए पहले लगता था कि स्टैंडर्ड रेट 18 हो, आज लो स्लैब 6 का और 2 स्टैंडर्ड रेट हैं 12 और 18, जिससे कि राजस्व भी बना रहे और टैक्स पेयर पे लायबिलिटी भी सीमित रहे.
सर, 2 रेट हैं, एक गुड्स के लिए होंगे और एक सर्विसेज के लिए होंगे, जो 2 स्टैंडर्ड रेट की बात
नहीं, 18 में सर्विस भी आ सकती है और गुड्स भी आ सकते हैं.
और जो सर्विस टैक्स में अबेटमेंट होता है उसका क्या होगा सर?
देखिए, वो प्रोसेस सर्विस टैक्स का चलता रहेगा अलग से.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.